So this is a kind of update, orientation, introduction video. I'm just going to be going through Funnel Builder and what it's all about and how to use it, because I know a lot of people are approaching it and thinking, okay, that's great, what do I do now? So I'm just going to go through the different functionality and give a few tips here and there as well. If you're already using Funnel Builder, you may find some of it useful, or you may find it a bit slow, but definitely if you're just getting started, or if you're thinking about buying Funnel Builder, then it will give you a great look on the inside. So here I'm in my Shopify store. It's just a test store. You're welcome to copy the product. There's nothing very secret in here at all. I think I had one order and then closed it down. So when you click on the app, you come to this page. It imports your latest products. So if you're finding that products aren't being imported into your Funnel Builder area, then just shut it down and basically click on here again and it will re-import. Now what we're doing is we're building funnels, and each funnel is made up of pages. And I think that's what confuses a lot of people. So I'll just take a look at a typical funnel and then we'll go through the pages. So this is a funnel, and you've got a landing page, that's like a sales page. You've got a checkout page where they can check out. You've got an upsell page, that's after they've already paid, and hopefully that's one-click upsell. You can have downsells, as many upsells and downsells as you want, and then you have a thank you page. And that's a full funnel. So you get a URL for the full funnel, which you can then use on Facebook or wherever you're sending traffic from. We'll come back to funnels in a bit, but let's just go through the different settings. Hopefully none of this is too confidential. So I kind of just thought, well, actually, what happens if it is confidential? So I just went through and deleted some stuff. So general settings, you can say which you want the default checkout. So we want to use Funnel Builder. Unless you've got a specific reason not to use it, you're going to make more sales by using the Funnel Builder checkout, and you cannot make upsells or downsells after the Shopify checkout as well. Your Google Analytics ID, Trackify if you're using it. I don't use it, so I can't tell you a lot more, but I guess you have to put in some stuff if you are. Facebook Advertising Pixel ID. You will find this in your ads account. If you're not sure how to do that, just ask in the group. And email service. So personally I use Klaviyo, and you need to find your API key, which is very easy to do through Klaviyo. You can use Aweber as well, and it shows you how to do that. Checkout settings, credit card processor. At the moment there's just a choice between Stripe and NMI. And PayPal, put in your details, and there's a video on exactly how to find those as well. PayPal reference transactions, enable them if you're going to use them. You will need them if you're taking PayPal and you're doing upsells and downsells. One click. If you're using recharge, pretty self-explanatory. Upload a video, upload a logo, contact page URL, cart bump. You probably want to activate that, and I'll activate that now because we'll actually use that in this demonstration. And then click on update. So thank you page settings. You shouldn't have to actually change anything here at all. I think it's all automatic. And message settings. This is actually new and it's really cool. I only noticed this just now. Basically it gives you an option to use different languages, I guess, and to change the text which comes up. So that's quite impressive. Okay, that's the settings. Let's go to pages now. And remember, every funnel is made up of pages. So we're going to actually create a funnel, and I'll show you every single little piece of what we're going to do. So add new page. We'll call this landing page because it's at the front. Let's find a product. Okay, I've got 3 products here, we'll do secret clock sale, create page, and then it gives you a choice of templates. Once again, in the help section, you can actually see more of what these templates are and preview them. I personally just use the front product page, and it works really, really well. I mean, the whole thing about Funnel Builder is it's just really, really easy because you take this page and you adapt it to yourself. Okay, this is an image, and I want to show you how to replace any image. There's a few different ways. Let's just try and replace this. So if you saw, I clicked on settings. That's is a cogwheel. On the right hand side comes up here, and you can either upload something or you can look in your gallery. So I've actually got my logo in my gallery already, so I just click on insert. That comes up, and you can play with how big or small you want it, and different settings here as well. Now what I found is it's better to save before you go into advanced, because I think in advanced it sometimes loses some settings, but there's other stuff you can do here. You can hide it on mobile, you can hide it on desktop. This is really, really good. You can do that actually with any element at all, and you can play with the CSS as well if that picks your fancy. So this is text. So once again, I did the cogwheel. I'm going to click on edit with editor, and I can really, I mean, this is WYSIWYG, real WYSIWYG. So let's make this in red, just for the fun of it. Okay, click on save, and that has changed. The other thing that you may have noticed in settings is you can decide how to align it. So you can put left or center, and you can pretty much do that with any element. Font size, font style, just the normal kind of things really. Let's save that. Let's just have a look in advance to see if there's anything else you may want to do with text. It's not really a lot there unless you're trying to do something very specific. I've shown you how you can edit this. This is the main Shopify image. Now it's pretty important that you actually replace this with your Shopify image. This is really, really important, because if you don't do that, then the pictures won't change when you choose different variants. So I'm going to choose my Shopify image. It's called primary image. I'm going to delete theirs, and now mine is in there. If you notice what I did, to add a new element, you can click on pretty much anything and click on plus, and then you can choose a new element. So for example, if I wanted to put a paragraph below there, it's there. You can edit it. This is a caption for the photo. I would probably want that in heading 2. It's already, let's center it in case it's not already. Click on save, and you get this as a caption for the photo. This is an image. Let's say you wanted to delete it. Just click on remove. I'm actually going to do Control Z to get that back. Up here under edit, you've got undo and redo as well. Okay, that's the really, really obvious stuff. The way that the editor is created is you have different elements which are within different areas. I don't know how to describe it better than that, but basically blue is the element itself, and then you get green, yellow, and red containers as well. And each container is either 1 column or 2 columns. So we have a container here, for example, which is 2 columns. Okay, so this yellow one is 2 columns. So if we put anything into here, it would either go into one or the other of the column. Let me show you that. It'll either have to go in the left-hand column, can you see the orange line, or the right-hand column. But I don't really want to do that. I want it to go all the way across. So I just put it back. Okay. Next thing to do is you will want to edit the bottom. Now, it's very much your call on how you want it to look, but the menu you will have to edit with your own links. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either click on the source button and literally just replace the links with your own. So this is privacy policy. So instead of saying gymrated.com/pages/privacy policy, I'll find out what the URL is of my privacy policy. The other thing you can do is highlight privacy policy, click on the anchor, which is over here. If you hover over it, it says link. Okay, and you can put your link over here, and you can choose whether to open it in a new window. There's lots of different things that you can do. I just personally leave it as it is, and I don't have a tracked order page, so I'm going to delete that. So I've just got privacy policy, refund policy, and terms. I personally like to have contact and FAQ as well, because I find a lot of people do click on that, and because they want to find out more information, and then they go and order. I think that's the point. This is, you can use it or not use it. It says 60 days money back guarantee, so you may want to be careful about that. Obviously replace this with your own logo, or you can delete it as well. Now you can see I deleted it, so because this container has 3 columns, there's still a column there. So what I could do, for example, is I could move this text and put it in this column. So now we've still got 3 columns, but we've got rid of a logo, which you may not want. So it's very, very easy to move things around on the page. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to insert the variance and the price and the buy button for our particular product. I can't remember if it has variance or not, but I guess we'll soon find out. And this is very, very important because you want it to be specific for your actual product. Now, the way that I do it, it takes like 20 seconds, is just to delete the stuff which I want specific to my product. So always on the blues. Sometimes it's contained within a container, you can just remove that container. But as you can see, I'm doing this live on video, and it's really not taking very long at all. And you'll see in a second why I do that. So it's always on the blue. Okay, so what we want here is our own buy now button. So I'm just going to click on a plus, click on Shopify, click on variants, and this is really the one that you do want to use for the landing page. And that's great. And that's all there. It's in a nice green box. Let's move it above. Now this has brought in my variance, which is small. There's 2 quantities there because I've actually set a variance as quantity, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. You've got product available, which is dynamic, so if you're stock keeping, then you may want to keep that. I just never keep it in. And this is the buy now button. I'm going to edit the buy now button. You click on the settings, pretty much with anything. Let's just change the text to add to cart. If you want to increase the size of the font, it's very easy to do from here, and I do that. Now, a trick that I learned is don't bother increasing the height of the actual button, because that increases automatically. So I want it about, let's say, that big. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to show you how that looks on the front end. So I'm going to click on save. I'm going to click on preview. And that looks okay. If I clicked on add to cart here, it would actually work. I'll show you. But it's going to go at the moment to the Shopify checkout, not to our Funnel Builder checkout, because we haven't actually created a funnel yet. We're just on a page, and the funnel is made up of different pages. Now you'll see I mentioned about having 2 kinds of quantity. This is the variant I made. So it's different prices for that. And this is the quantity. Now I don't actually want this quantity. So all I do is I delete that. So we've just got my quantity. I'm also going to insert price. So click on the blue plus, click on Shopify, and some product price. Okay. Going to move that up here. And now I'll show you what happens when we view the landing page again. You can see I've got size and my quantity. It's got the correct price here for what I'm selling, and it actually also changes with the variant as well. So I'm saying that they can have 2 for $35. I'm saying they can have 3 for $52. And if you did that on the size as well, if they were, for example, if you wanted to charge more for the small, for the big than the small, or the other way around, I guess, you'll do that all on the Shopify product page, and it would pull it in from there. The other thing I just want to show you is in terms of images. Let's say I wanted to add another image here. Then I can click on Shopify, and the Shopify tag really means anything which you're using in your current store. So you can pull in your product description, you can pull in your product title, product description. It's better just to copy and paste the source code from your product page, because then it actually works better. I'm not sure if they fixed that or not, but that's the way I do it. It's much quicker. And I just think it's more preferable like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Images, this pulls in the other images that you have and the variant images that you have on your product page. So I'm not sure if I have any on this product, but if I did, then I may want to pull them in. So you can see I do. So it just applies them, and I can put that down there. And if you'd actually attached it to a variant, so for example, if you're doing different colors here, then when you chose, well, let's say big, small, or medium, this image will actually dynamically change. So that's really, really good. Okay. There's not actually a huge more to show you. It's really simple and really, really good. But I'm just going to take you through some of the extra functionality which you can use, and you get it all from the right hand side menu. So for example, Shopify, you've seen that already. It pulls in. If you wanted to have another add to cart button, you can put that below. You can add actually as many add to cart buttons as you want on the page. I always use variants because that has the variants as well as the add to cart button. Product description, I said. Product price, I said. Product title, primary image, images. The others aren't really so relevant. You got snippets, which you can use. Look through those. I'll be honest, I never ever use those. You may want to use, a divider line, which I've just done there, which looks okay. And I just don't use it, but you can if you want to. So let's go back to that. So countdown. So there's a few kind of countdown timers. The one I use is evergreen timer. So I'm just going to show you how to use that. And that is where you set a certain number of time where it counts down from. And the way to actually set time is to click on the clock. I'm going to do 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Okay, click on save, click on preview, and you'll see it's counting down here from 15 minutes, and that's really good. And I believe if I was to press refresh here, you can see it carries on counting down. Nothing happens, by the way, when it gets to 0, but it does display 0. In terms of settings, there's a few things you can do with that as well, how you want it to look. If you want it bigger, if you want it a different color, for example. The only thing I generally use here is color. You can also set margins and paddings and borders, but there's not a lot of need to do that. So let's just have a look at the other countdowns. The date and time. Let's say you're doing a countdown. Sorry, this actually just shows literally the date and time, which it is at the moment. So the same as my clock on my computer, it's 12:29, which it's probably taking it from, because that's my local, on the 30th of November. That's pretty cool. I hadn't actually seen that. I think that's new. Let's try the other countdown just to show you. Timer. So this is, you can set it to a certain date. So let's say it's 30th November today. Let's say I wanted to set it until 6th of December at 3 o'clock. Click on save, and we'll just preview that. And you'll see that here it's 6 days, 2 hours, 29 minutes, 19 seconds. So that's really, really good if you've got an event, if you want to give a time limited discount, for example, if you're saying how much is left until Christmas, New Year's Day, whatever it is. Let's just go through some more, see what there is. So we've done countdown, form. These are mainly for the checkout page. You do have the opt-in though. If you're doing an opt-in form, then you can use that, and you've got the different elements here as well. So this is pretty cool, and you can obviously edit that as you like. I haven't really played with that, but that's pretty nice to get something very quickly up there. Media, if you want to put a video on the page. Videos at the moment, basically, you can paste a link for Vimeo or YouTube. The way I personally do it at the moment is either get the embed straight from YouTube itself and then create that in a text element. So click on paragraph. I'll show you how I do this because it could be useful. Click on settings on that paragraph, edit with editor. We'll go to YouTube. Hopefully this won't show you my personal YouTube and what videos I like to watch. No. Okay, let's just click on this and we're going to try and embed it. There was an idea. Embed. Okay, so we'll just take this. Obviously you can choose your options. We'll come back to Funnel Builder, click on source, put that in, and that is there. You want to make sure that that is responsive as well, so that it changes with the page size, because if that's not, then it'll look really bad on mobile. And we'll go through mobile in a second as well. Okay, so that's how I put in videos. The video upload doesn't work that well, so I prefer not to use that. You've also got a media library as well, where any images you upload will go there. Text, I think I've shown you already, subheadline, headline, and paragraph. And that's really all there is to it. It's really, really simple and really, really great to use. The advice I'd give you is if you want to do anything kind of complicated, out of the ordinary, post some code in or something like that, then use a paragraph. You can edit that, and you can actually put quite a lot in source, which you wouldn't usually be allowed to use. So if I'm trying to integrate a particular app with Funnel Builder, for example, I'll often be using this. If I'm doing like reviews or something like that, then I'll use this function. Just at the top, settings, you can do bundle products. I've never used that, to be honest. Custom script, so that's great for well, Google Analytics is included already because we put our ID in the main settings. But let's say you want to put Hotjar in there. Custom CSS is also very useful. SEO settings. I've never actually used this, I'm embarrassed to say, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's got Google product category here. Settings, opt-in settings as well if you're doing a form. And that's something which you would have to actually include. I'm going to click on the back button to get to where I was. Click on save. Always save before you do something like that. Show pop-up. So you can have a pop-up if you want. And it's fairly self-explanatory as well. I'm just going to close that. Edit, you can undo, redo. Rows, you can add a row. I'm not really sure what this is for. I just do it from the menu, and the same with add elements as well. Hide control. What this does is it hides a lot of the lines, so it gives you more of an idea of how your page will actually look. Preview, as we've done already, and save. So that's really the actual editor itself. I'm going to move on now. Let's just save that. We're going to click on exit and we're going to create a checkout page. It will be a lot quicker because I've given you the ideas already. So we'll call this checkout page. Click on next. We'll choose a product. It doesn't matter so much what product here, but I generally like to choose the product. I'm not sure exactly if it has any effect at the moment. So there's at least 3 checkouts you can choose from. One's called single page checkout, you've got secure checkout, and you've also, where's the other one? Ultimate checkout as well, which a lot of people like. I personally like single page checkout. On all of these, you can actually use 2-step checkouts also, which is really, really cool, and maybe we'll go over that in a second. So as normal, you can edit these or delete these. I'm going to delete it. I'm actually going to delete this whole blue thing. It really depends how you want it to look in your own particular case. I personally think there's too much here. So you've got a checkout form there already. And at the moment, the standard on this one is credit card and PayPal. Now, you may want to choose just credit card or just PayPal if you haven't got that options enabled. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else which is different from what you've had before. You will need to edit all of these texts according to what you want. You may want to put a countdown here as well. I personally change this text, well, you have to because it says widgets, and I do it to complete order, and I'll tell you why in a second, or I'll actually show you why. Let's just save that. Let's preview the checkout page, and you'll see if you click on PayPal here, it says after clicking complete order. So I just like to make it clear this is complete order. It's got error checking already, so if someone tries to complete order without putting in a correct email address or whatever, it will tell them. Same with credit card. It goes back to credit card. If you're not doing a correct thing there, then it'll take you back there. So it's pretty good in validation, and they are including that, increasing that the whole time. I'm going to show you how to put a 2-step in, and just to make it simple so it won't take too long, we're looking at the preview at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this whole column, and we're going to put another form in here. So I'm going to click on plus, I'm going to click on form, I'm going to click on two-step checkout, and I want both credit card and PayPal. And you can see here, you would have just replaced the form with just PayPal, just credit card if you wanted to. But I'm going to put two-step checkout. Okay. And there's not really a lot you have to do, but you can see if you click on the other panel, it goes to credit card, to the payment details as opposed to the shipping details. They can click on shipping to go back. On this particular page, I obviously wouldn't want two forms, so I'm just going to move this stuff up here. Let's move something else. Let's just undo. Let's see if we can move this. Maybe over there. No, it doesn't want me to do that, but doesn't matter. We can work that out later. But I want to delete all of this stuff so that we don't actually have two sets of forms, because then that would get very, very confusing. I'm going to click on save. I'm going to click on preview. And you can just see how easy it was to get that two-step checkout on here. Always remember to click on save. Otherwise, I've done that a few times. I think, oh, what's going on? Okay, so this is the two-step checkout. They need to fill this and then continue to payment method. They haven't put an email address in, so they're not even going to be able to get there. Let's just put email address in. Then I can click on payment, and I can decide how to go ahead. Now, a really, really cool thing about Funnel Builder 2 is now I put my email address in there, it actually takes that and sends it to your autoresponder. So if I were to just close the page down, for example, because I decide not to order in the end, that is added to my autoresponder so that I can send up a follow-up series for abandoned carts. So that really should make you a lot more money. And it's a really, really great feature. I think they have it in recarts as well. Let's not do anything else on here for the moment. I think you've seen pretty much everything. We'll just go through to see if there's anything else that I haven't shown you. Cart bump. Okay, this is great. Cart bump, basically you can have something on your form where they can actually add it straight to their cart just by checking one of these. So let's say, for example, you wanted them allow them to add one more, whatever your product is, then they can just check on this and it will go straight here without refreshing the page. So that's very, very powerful. As always, you can change certain things on there. And there's also another cart bump, which is really even cooler than that, which is a custom cart bump. It's obviously on a different page. Let's look on form. Okay, it's called custom cart bump, and let's just put that in. So that's this, and you'll see the settings. So you can say, different number of products. You can choose a product that you want to be your cart bump. So we'll do, I've got a click bump here. So let's just do add one more clock safe. Just pay additional. I can't remember what the price is, but let's just leave that. It's $20. And you can put any product in here from your whole shop. It's really, really powerful. The other thing that you can do is you can actually make this look really, really cool as well. And I think definitely in the Facebook, if not in one of the videos, I've shown an example of how to make this really, really cool. And all they then need to do is check on this box, and it will add another one to their cart. And I think that's about it for the checkout form. So let's just create an upsell and a downsell. And you can do as many of these as you want, but just for the example, let's do an upsell and a downsell. Secret battery hidden safe. Let's create page. There is obviously a template already which you can use. I just use it. I get rid of their logo. I can replace my telephone number. It says, wait, your order is not complete. Add one of these, and you can do whatever product you like. Once again, you would actually take out their order button. Let's put in our own. Click on variants. Okay, and let's put the price in how I like. And obviously you can adjust all of this text, you can adjust the images. At the bottom of the page it already says no thank you, please take me to the confirmation page. So that's where someone will click if they don't want to take you up on it. If for whatever reason you need to get hold of those again, you can click on any blue plus, and it's got a decline button here. It says, I don't want this product. So let's click on save for the moment. So I don't think I need to show you, and we'll do a downsell. It's a bit difficult because I think I only have 3 products. We've already used them. Let's see what I've got. Let's use the click bump one. Why not? Create page. I personally just take the upsell page, and I put here something like this is your last chance, or do you want a further discount, something like that. You know how to do upsells and downsells hopefully, but it's just another chance to try and sell them on something. As we're going to do a full funnel, let's just put in the correct order button. So that's that. No thank you. Click on save. And now we've really got everything we need, I think, for a funnel. So let's click on exit. We're going to create a new funnel. We'll call it example funnel. Let's click on create. And this is like the easiest thing in the world to do. We need the front page, landing page. So add page. It was landing page, the one which we just created. You can actually split test different pages here as well. I'll put a percentage. Click on save and next. What do we want to do now? We want to check out. So we choose the Funnel Builder checkout, and we'll choose the checkout page we just created. Click on save and next, and we want to do an upsell. Add page. We can choose the upsell. Click on save and next, and you can split test all of these as well. What do we say we're going to do? We could do another upsell if we wanted, or we can do a downsell. So that's if they say no. So that's downsell. Save and next, and then we want to go to thank you. Now, the most important thing to remember, and the thing which confuses people, is upsell basically means yes, downsell means no. Okay, so they're going to come to the landing page. They're going to come to the checkout page. If they say yes to the checkout page and they check out, which is a yes, they come here, which is checkout and then yes. So green is yes. Now what happens? They can either say yes or no. If they say yes to the upsell page, then they'll go to the thank you page. If they say no to the upsell page, they'll go to the downsell page. And after the downsell page, if they say yes or they say no, they'll go to the thank you page. What I'm just going to do here, because people get very, very confused, and if you're watching this, hopefully it will make things a bit clearer, is I'm going to actually put another upsell on. So I'm going to click on the first upsell. I'm going to add a page. Sorry, I'm going to save and next and then put an upsell on. Add a page. Let's just put another, let's say, test page. Save and next. So what happens now? If they say yes to the original product, then they can either say yes to that or no. So if they say yes, then they come to the test page, because that's the second upsell. If they say no, then they're going to go to the downsell. Now you may have noticed we're missing something here. How about if they say, that's a sale coming in, you can hear it live from my phone. What happens if they say yes to the upsell, no to the downsell? We want them to see the second upsell. So the downsell, if they say no, then we want them to see the upsell. So we need to add that. So no is actually the upsell. So we're doing that as test page. So save and next. So now let's have a look again. They say yes to the original product. They say yes to the first upsell. What happens to them then? They go to the second upsell. Okay? Because they don't need to see the first downsell. They say yes to the original product. They say no to the upsell, so they go to the downsell. They say yes to the original product. They say no to the downsell. Sorry, to the upsell. They say no to the downsell, so they go to the upsell here. So you need to make sure that you've covered every single scenario. And there's one that we've actually missed. And that's if they say yes to the original product. They say no to the downsell page. Sorry, they say no to the upsell page. But they say yes to the downsell page. So yes is an upsell. And we want them So I've just messed this up. Let me pause. So they're on the downsell page. They've said no to the original upsell. They're on the downsell and they say yes. So what happens then? There's an upsell because upsell is always yes. And once again, they'll go to the second upsell, which we've just called the test page. So that actually is the full funnel. And after any of these scenarios, they will then go to the thank you page. So that's the funnel built out. You can give the funnel a title. This is actually just for your own liking. This is the link to the funnel. So you can click on copy. That's what you're going to give to your Facebook ad. And this is your Google Analytics ID, which you can change for a particular funnel if you wanted to, and the same with your Facebook Pixel ID as well. So what we're going to do is just preview the funnel. We can only get a certain amount of time in it. Got a lot on there, as you can see. That's what we made. Let's choose medium and best value. Okay, so that should cost me $35. There may be other things in the basket already from when we just did tests when creating the page, but we haven't chosen medium 2 before. Okay, this is the two-step checkout page we just created. You can see there's the shipping info, there's payment, and that's the medium which we just added. The customer can actually change the quantity on these, so that's 2, or they can delete them as well. So that's really, really cool. If you want to take away the opportunity for them to delete or change the quantity, there is some code either in the Facebook group or in one of the help videos to actually do that. And you may want to do that if you're doing free plus shipping or something like that. So you don't want them to be able to have more than one free plus shipping thing with only one shipping payment. When I choose a shipping address, the shipping will actually come up here as well. So I'll just show you that. Okay, it actually comes down here. International shipping is $20, and that has updated there also $20. And you can see the click bump. They can use a different billing address. Let's just add the click bump, and that will also add on to the subtitle automatically. You can add one of these, and if there's variants, that will add. It's really, really cool actually. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the click bumps. I don't have enough time really in this video. We've got to about 45 minutes so far. There's a lot of really, really cool things you can do so that you just get really money for nothing. It's like, would you like extra fries with that? And they just tick the box and the fries are added. So I think that is pretty much it. I can try and check out. Let's see what happens. Complete order. Payment failed. The reason that payment failed is because I haven't put my details in properly into this store. So it's just really a test store. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video there. If you've got any questions, then obviously feel free to ask either at the help desk, or the best way to get hold of me is actually via the Facebook group, and your questions will be answered there fairly quickly. There's help here on the left hand side, and there's videos there, and we're building those videos the whole time. And also there's actually a template previews, which is here. Really, really useful. And there's different videos. This video is probably where you're looking on here, showing you just how to do different things. So before you ask a question in the Facebook group, just take a look here and see if that actually is a video made out already. There's a change log. At the moment there's a bug reporting where you can go, and there's different boards here: feature requests, bug reporting, template requests, and video tutorial requests as well. So that's really, really useful to know, and that's all from the help on the left. Okay, I'm going to finish there. We're nearly about 50 minutes. I hope you found this useful. Please let me know if you found it useful, because I'll do more videos if you have found this useful, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.